Heather, I know that you are very passionate about pedagogy and you have just created a pedagogy group on Facebook because you were doing pedagogy in your studio with lots of teachers. Tell me about that.
Yes, before COVID hit, I was holding piano pedagogy classes in my studio with teachers in my community. And obviously, when we were hit with COVID, we had to stop doing that in person. So I decided, well, we should just continue to do this online. And because we were holding it online, it opened it up to allowing teachers throughout the world to participate in these classes.
So, what sort of activities were you doing in your studio to share with other teachers?
So usually we would have six teachers that would teach three different topics on studio management, general pedagogy, artistry, and then we would have three other teachers that would go over playing different pieces. The pieces that we've chosen were specifically from the Royal Conservatory's piano syllabus for
Mhm.
the intermediate levels at levels 5 through 8.
So, tell me about the studio management. What sort of things were you discussing there?
We would talk about things like studio policies, how to increase revenue from different streams. We would talk about makeup policies, basically things that a teacher would be dealing with as an independent music teacher running their own private studios.
Brilliant. And you've just done a webinar for teachers about taxes and budgets. And tell, what was that about?
That was a really fun presentation. It was on licenses, taxes, and budgets. Oh my. And what it was all about was the things that a teacher would be dealing with as a private teacher and also a business owner. So the things that they would have to deal with if you're opening up a studio, what kind of licenses they would need to have in to run a studio. The taxes were all US based, so what kind of taxes and how they would set up their business entity and how to basically run a budget for making sure that their studios were solvent.
Right. Really important stuff for small business. And you have a lot of experience in that because you're actually a tax accountant as well as being a piano teacher, aren't you?
I know it's crazy. I was a tax manager for 6 years before waking up and realizing that is not what I wanted to do for the rest of my life. So I
I
made a
could.
better choice.
And your next webinar is called Raising Funds for Events and Causes.
Yeah. So this isn't a topic that a lot of teachers have asked about in the past. Where I live in Utah, we've done a lot of fundraising for different causes. In our community, we didn't have a space to hold concerts or events, so we raised over $250,000 to create
Wow.
this beautiful space in an art gallery. We've raised money for a theater to purchase six pianos for their musical theater. And so basically, what this presentation is about is sharing the some tricks and tools on how to raise funds for events and causes in your own community. So hopefully,
Wow.
it's beneficial for teachers throughout the world.
I'm sure that would be fantastic. And we'll put a link to that webinar and the other pedagogy information in the show notes.
Thank you. Thank you, Paul.